he put me in this horrible big machine, and he didn't explain why, and he was looking for this strange apparatus, and I saw him rummaging through and picking up one circular thing, looking at the size, picking up another, and eventually I saw XXXL, and that was clearly his last resort, and he was going to use that on me, and he opened it up and he made me, he said, come on, step inside, and I had to step inside these legs like a 2-year-old being dressed in his first pair of trousers, and he said very loudly, pulled it up as far as he could, and of course he got stuck in my hips, my daughter has one, it means she pulled it up, and then it got stuck on my thighs because it was made of rubber, and then at some point he said, can't you pull it up any higher? And I tried, and I huffed and I puffed, and I don't know why you let her say that. You get this numb feeling, you don't want to be there, so you just pretend everything's fine, everything's perfectly normal. And then he started tucking me in like a 1-year-old, and going around and around my body, and tucking it into this strange rubber thing, and trying to pull it up higher, and then, that should do. Can you step across this now and step onto that piece of rubber and put your hands on here? And of course by this stage you just do as you're told, because you haven't got a clue what's going on, but you know you've got to do as you're told, because isn't that what you always do? And so I took a great stride, even though I've only got very short legs, but I thought I'm going to get into trouble if I don't do this. And I'm feeling so humiliated by now, and young people are coming in, young fit people looking at me and looking away. And then it turns out that the giant machine is actually a sort of fancy treadmill, and so I have to hold on to the sides, and he starts the treadmill going, and he puts it on at about 1 mile an hour. That's okay. And I say yes, and I'm thinking I usually do 3.4 in the gym, but I'm not telling him because he'll just speed it up. And then he presses a button and it starts sort of inflating around me. And then he speeds up the speed and everything's fine, and he tells me, he said, right, this is simulating what it would be like if you lost a stone in weight. How does that feel? And I feel obliged to say, it feels so much better, but it doesn't. And I say, well, it isn't really helping much because my knee is still hurting. And so he blows it up further until this is what it would feel like if you lost 3 stone. And again, I feel even more obliged to say, it feels so much better. How much do you weigh, by the way, he says. So I tell him, and he goes silent. This feels beyond me. And then he blows it up again, and he says, how's it feeling now? And I said, by this time I clearly am meant to say, it feels so much better. But my knee is still hurting. So I say, it feels so much better. I'm not sure I have the energy to pursue. But I don't say my knee is still hurting, because I think this is probably as far as he can take it. And I just want this situation to end. I just want the ground to swallow me up. And he says, keep walking. And I'm walking, and it's perfectly fine, and I'm not huffing and puffing, and I'm not even there in my head. And he looks at, there's a graph, and he says, let's see which foot's doing more than the other. He said, they're perfectly equal. And I'm looking, and it's 50% on left foot, 50% on right foot. Hey, I've achieved something. I'm not sure I have the energy. He's looking at the angles the feet are landing on, and they're okay. And he looks kind of a bit kind of not annoyed, but he wasn't expecting that. So I feel sort of guilty that I haven't made his day in some way, and crikey, it's only 8:30 a.m. in the morning. And so it goes on, and eventually he says, right, let's get you out of this, and he turns the machine off, and then I have to go through. He unzips the strange circular rubber thing from around me. He takes it off like he's removing a pair of trousers from me, and it's rubber, so it's like a mother taking a wet bathing costume off her child, and it's getting all stuck on the legs, and eventually I can take my feet out.
My shoulders got it right.
But then my shoe comes off, of course, which is a bit embarrassing. And I pretend, no, it's fine. And I jolly my way through it as usual. And then he says, oh, can you take a big stride out now? And I said, well, no, I can't, not without treading on that plastic bit, because my legs aren't that long. Oh, no, it's okay, you can tread on that bit. Why the hell didn't you tell me that in the first place? I'm thinking, but I just put my head down, I don't make eye contact, and I just get on with it. And then we leave the gym and we go back to his cubicle. And he says, so if you just ate 500 calories less every day and upped your energy in some way every day, then think that... Look at the difference that could make. And I'm sitting there thinking, are you seriously telling me this? And I've had a lifetime since I was God knows when of trying to deal with this. I've had doctors trying to help me since I was 11, and unfortunately with all the wrong information, but never mind. And you're telling me at 59 that if I ate 500 calories less,
and he didn't explain why, my he was looking energy levels, this strange apparatus, and I saw him rummaging through,
completely humiliated by now. This guy is actually telling me as if it's the first time
picking
I've
up another, and eventually I saw
oh my word, would you believe it? If I lost a bit of weight,
and that was clearly his last resort. And maybe, he was going to use that on me.
Just think, if you stopped eating quite so many calories,
he made me.
Look at the difference
Come on, step inside. And I had
to believe I was listening to it.
So I said to him, legs like a 2-year-old being dressed in his first pair of trousers. And he pulled it up as far as he could. And of course,
I'm sorry I'm laughing now, but last week I was not laughing.
Pulled it up and then it got stuck on my thighs because it was made of rubber.
Sort of banging his paper against the table.
He said, can't you pull it up any higher?
He said, oh, I don't think there's much point in you coming back here now.
And I puffed and I was
I tell you what, he said, come back in 3 weeks.
Get this numb feeling.
And I said,
you don't want to be there, so you just pretend everything's fine, everything's perfectly normal. And then he started
said he wants to see me again in 3 weeks.
And she looked like a 1-year-old and going around and around my body and
I couldn't give a
tucking it into this strange rubber thing and trying to pull it up higher, and then
my current state of mind.
Oh, that should do.
So it didn't really matter.
Can you step across this now and step onto that piece of rubber and put your hands on here?
Still knowing I wasn't going to actually attend, and I walked out
because you haven't got a clue what's going on, but you know you've got to do as you're told, because isn't that what you always do? And so I took a great stride, even though I've only got very short legs, but I thought I'm going to get into trouble if I don't do this. And I'm feeling so humiliated by now. And
another humiliating secret.
Young people are coming in,
I'm telling you,
looking at me and looking away, and I'm thinking, I relive it. And then it turns out that the giant machine is actually a sort of fancy treadmill, and so I have to hold on to the sides. And he starts the treadmill going, and he puts it on at about 1 mile an hour, and he says, is that okay? And I say yes, and I'm thinking I usually do 3.4 in the gym, but I'm not telling him.